What's up, shit? Timus here. Now, with the new film The Rip coming out this week, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Damon movies. Because he's done some really great stuff. I mean, I still always, my favorite thing Matt Damon's done, obviously, is always his little feud with Jimmy Kimmel. That's always a fun thing. But he has obviously had some great stuff under his belt. So here is my official top 10 favorite Matt Damon movies. All right. Uh, Now, real quick, I'm just gonna say out like as much as I like Oppenheimer, Oppenheimer was good and stuff, and can't wait for the Odyssey. Don't have Oppenheimer on my list because he's great in Oppenheimer, but you know, I my top 10 of his like do kind of enjoy a tad bit more, but so Oppenheimer is more of my honorable mention list. But anyway, number 10 is the movie called Stuck on You. Stuck on You was a really fun little comedy starring Matt Damon, Greg Kinnear, as these conjoined twin brothers whose different aspirations provide both conflict and humor selection here. And and of course, this is directed by the Fairley brothers, who of course gave us obviously the Dumb and Dumber, Three Stooges, many others. There's Something About Mary. They did a really good job directing this one. The chemistry, like seeing Damon and Kinnear both play brothers, is hilarious. It's a really fun little comedy. You even have a fun cameo by Cher. Um, you even have Ava Mendes. You had some really fun cast of characters. If you guys haven't seen it, give it a go and really show Matt Damon could do comedy pretty well. I mean, some of my other favorite comedic roles of his is when he appeared in Euro Trip. Who does not love the iconic song of Scotty Doesn't Know? Come on. I mean, he definitely could do comedy pretty well. And Stuck on You is one of the ones that shows it. All right. Number 9 is The Rainmaker. The Rainmaker stars Matt Damon as this young lawyer who takes on a corrupt insurance company while navigating the moral compromises of the legal world. And The Rainmaker, the TV show, by the way, is okay. I didn't love it as I was hoping to, but the movie version is still great. Directed by the Godfather director Francis Ford Coppola. You do got Matt Damon, Danny DeVito, John Voight, Claire Danes. Based on a story by John Grisham. It's such a terrific movie. Great performances all around. One of Damon's earliest roles. I mean, he does such a good job here. All right. Coming in at number 8 is The Talented Mr. Ripley. Now, Talented Mr. Ripley is based on an iconic, story, an iconic book here, starring Matt Damon, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Blanchett, and it's where this gifted impersonator who becomes dangerously obsessed with a wealthy playboy. And you got Matt Damon who plays Tom Ripley, who's the chilling, lonely psychopath, driven by envy and desire here. And it's such a really great performance. Damon, I think he actually scored a couple of award recognition. I could be mistaken there. But he is terrific. Jude Law really was amazing. Kate Blanchett. Anthony Minghella directed this. He did a good job. It's such a really decent adaptation, and it's well worth a watch there. All right, number 7 is Rounders. One of the best poker movies, in my opinion. I don't play poker or whatever, but hey, I do like a good sport film. And Rounders, you don't really get much poker movies nowadays, but I think Rounders is the best poker film, in my opinion. It's like Rocky with poker in a weird way. That's why I always saw Rounders. This, of course, stars Matt Damon, Ed Norton, Gretchen Moe, where a reformed poker prodigy is pulled back into the underground gambling world to help his reckless friend pay off debts here. And Damon really does such a good job throughout. Directed by John Dahl, who did a good job. Such a really wonderful film. Some fun humor to it. Great chemistry with the cast. It's such a really good one there. All right, number 6 is The Departed. I think Damon actually got an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. But The Departed is excellent. Directed by Martin Scorsese, starring DiCaprio, Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, and here you got Matt Damon who plays a corrupt, ambitious state trooper living a lie, and he plays the calculated Emerald rob beneath the clean cut extra here. And Damon does such a great job throughout. I mean, obviously, movies set in Boston, you're always gonna either get Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Mark Wahlberg. Those are like the godfathers when it comes to Boston. And yeah, the part of it is just excellent. It won Martin Scorsese his first Oscar, won Best Picture. It's such a good one there. All right, number 5 is Saving Private Ryan. Now, Saving Private Ryan, of course, stars Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, and here you got Matt Damon, who plays Private James Francis Ryan, who's the symbol of sacrifice and cruelty, and his performance embodies the human cost of war here. And during World War II, the group of soldiers are sent behind enemy lines to retrieve a paratrooper here. It wasn't with everyone always trying to bring Matt Damon home. Who knows? But Damon is great. Tom Hanks is terrific. Ed Burns, Tom Sizemore, Paul Giamatti, Vin Diesel in one of his earliest roles. Such an excellent film. I mean, of course, they actually lost out at the Oscars to Shakespeare in Love, which that's so unfortunate. But directed by Spielberg, it's just one of the best war movies there is. All right, number 4 is the Ocean franchise. Now, he has set to come back for another Ocean movie, so that should be interesting. But the Ocean franchise, here you got Matt Damon, who's obviously worked with Steven Spielberg a couple of times. Here, of course, it is like a remake of the Frank Sinatra film from the 1960s, where a criminal mastermind assembles a team to pull off like this heist targeting 3 Vegas chaos casinos. And here you got Damon, who plays Linus Caldwell, who's the talented but insecure pickpocket who seeks approval here. And Damon does such a great job throughout. I mean, you could definitely tell his like chemistry with Clooney. Pitt is great. Julian Roberts was in this one. Andy Garcia, some great cast lists throughout. Damon just such a great job throughout. It's such a really wonderful film there. And pretty much all 3 films are great. And obviously, really curious to see when the next one's going to be. All right, number 3 is The Martian. The Martian is terrific. Directed by Ridley Scott. By the way, I really like Judd Apatow's Martian jab at the Golden Globes when he presented this week. that was hilarious. But anyway, because if you guys remember, The Martian won Golden Globe for Best Comedy, and that kind of soured Judd Apatow the wrong way and stuff. Because I'm not going into much details, but The Martian is still excellent here, to say the least. Of course, here it is based on a book by Andy Weir, starring. Of course, it has Matt Damon, who after being presumed dead and stranded on Mars, he plays an astronaut who used science and optimism to survive enough to be rescued here. Of course, you got Jeff Chastain, Jeff Daniels, Kristen Wiig, Chiwetel Ejiofor. This is definitely one of the best sci-fi movies in the past number of years. Damon, of course, did score a couple of award recognitions like Golden Globe, Oscars. I think he actually won the Golden Globe. I could be mistaken there, but he is terrific throughout here. It's such a good one. Really, Scott is great. It's not really hilarious, but it is what it is. It's such a good one if you guys never seen it. And speaking of, cannot wait for Project Hail Mary. I just want to throw that out there. All right, number 2, I'm going with The Bourne Identity. Of course, this is based. Obviously, this is one of Damon's most iconic roles to date. Here you got Matt Damon, who plays this amnesia man, who is pulled from the ocean and discovers he's highly trained as assassin here. And as he put pieces together, he becomes the target of a charity organization. And yeah, this is one of his most iconic roles all the time. He does such a great job as Jason Bourne. Great action throughout. Really fun. I mean, of course, he did reprise his role a couple of other times, but the best will always be the first one. Whether we actually see him back as Bourne again, who knows? But yeah, Bourne Identity is definitely the best there. And number 1 is Good Will Hunting. Of course, I talked about my favorite Gus Van Sant movies and my favorite Ben Affleck films, and that was in those lists as well. What I should say, Good Will Hunting is great. The one that really put Damon on the map for most people. It actually won Damon and Affleck an Oscar for Best Screenplay. Robert Williams, of course, won Best Supporting Actor. Good Will Hunting is just excellent throughout. Of course, it takes place in South Boston, where this troubled South Boston janitor with a once in a generation intellect, is discovered by a math professor with the help of a therapist here, and of course, the chemistry with Damon, Robin Williams is great. It's great, amazing lines here. It's such a wonderful film. If you guys never seen it, give it a go. It is one of Damon's best works there, to the side. But that's pretty much it there. Here's my quick rundown. Number 10, Stuck on You. 9, The Rainmaker. 8, The Talented Mr. Ripley. 7, Rounders. 5, The Departed. 6, The Departed, my bad. 5, Saving Private Ryan. 4, Ocean's 11. 3, The Martian. 2, The Bourne Identity. And number 1, Good Will Hunting. Now, a couple of others I could have included. All right, what else we have here? Other films I could have included: School Ties, Glory Days, Courage Under Fire, Dogma, where he played Loki. He cameoed as himself in Jay Silent Bob Strikes Back, Spirit, Stalin of Qumran, Confession of Dangerous Mind he appeared in. He had cameos in Eurotrip, Jersey Girl, The Brothers Grimm, Syriana he was great in, The Good Shepherd, Running with the Sahara. Ponyo, The Adjustment Bureau is really fun, really underrated too, by the way. True Grit, which he actually got an Oscar nomination for that. Promised Land, also directed by Gus Van Sant. We Bought a Zoo, Happy Feet 2. Let's see, definitely Not the Great War. Interstellar, he was really good in, but that's more of a cameo. He was great in Oppenheimer. Again, I didn't include that in my list, to be honest, yeah. Ford v Ferrari, he was great in. He had fun cameos in Steven Spielberg's Unsane, Deadpool 2. Definitely Not Downsizing. The Instigator's pretty decent. I mean, the guy's been always in some great stuff. But let me ask you guys, what are some of your favorite Matt Damon films? Draw comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy Sire.